Today, we're going to be fishing this private neighborhood pond that has a history of some giant largemouth bass. Welcome back to TCT Bass Fishing, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're bringing you guys another neighborhood pond fishing video because you guys have been absolutely loving it. And today we're at our big fish pond where my boy Tyser has caught multiple 4-pounders and a 5-pounder at this pond before, and according to the locals here, they have caught an 8-pounder at this pond. I don't know if that's exactly true, but hopefully we can get on some bass with those type of genetics today and land an absolute big one. We've actually came to this pond for our Easter egg challenge back in April, and now we are back here today trying to get on them and slam some largemouth bass and hopefully catch some big ones. So make sure to stay tuned. It should be a lot of fun. It should be very eventful, and we should get on a lot of bass. But make sure to stay tuned, man. Make sure you please like and subscribe and enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the water. Let's go. All right, man, we're gonna start this morning off with a nice Z-Man chatterbait with our X-Zone 4-inch swammer as a trailer, and we're gonna throw it along these banks and try to get on a big bass. So far, we're seeing a lot of either bait fish or fry jumping around these banks. Since it's so close to the bank, I'm gonna assume these are gonna be fry, but you never really know. I'm hoping they're fry because that means we might be able to get on some fry garters here kind of early. But I mean, either way, it's going to be a challenge. Haven't fished this place in a while. We just got a butt ton of rain again. We're getting absolutely slammed by storm after storm here in Texas, especially in South Texas, man. We're getting absolutely hammered, but we'll see if we can't get on some more bass. That's a fish. Drag is super loose. That's a good one to start the day. Nothing crazy, but drag was way too loose. Oh, let's go. That's a good start there. Check. Oh, he spit the chatterbait. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. What the heck? Why is he squeaking? I got you, bro. I got you. Big trust. Big trust. Big. Bro, just trust me. Squeaky bass. Check that out, guys. Skinny little guy. Good little bass start. Honestly, he looks really kind of like dinked up. He don't look in good shape, but these mosquitoes are swarming us, so we're gonna get you back in the water, buddy. Good fish start the day on the little Z-Man chatterbait. Feels nice to catch a fish. It's been a little minute, but here we go. We're gonna get him right back in the water. Beautiful fish. Woo! All right, let's keep rocking. All right, man, that was dope. First fish of the day right here on the Z-Man chatterbait. Beautiful bait, one of my favorite baits to throw at this pond specifically. It's just a great way to catch them. And we moved down just a hair, and we're gonna be trying to fish this little bush right here and try to get on some fish. There's normally always fish in the laydowns at this pond, so we're gonna see if we can't keep that pattern going. Although the last time I fished here was probably a few months ago. Actually, no, it was Easter. Easter was the last time I fished here. It's been a little bit. Nothing too crazy. But that was more around spawn, and that was also like right, if not early post-spawn, still kind of spawn. So they were all up on these banks. We're moving down the bank here, and we saw a bunch of fry and stuff like that bouncing around over here. So we're gonna cast over here, see if they're in a fish for us. Oh! You'll see that bass, he missed it. He struck it. All right, let's take off our backpack real quick. We were in the middle of changing spots, and I saw a bunch of fry. That bass just completely missed my spinnerbait, or my chatterbait. How? Why are we topwater chatterbaiting? How did he miss it? I mean, he wasn't all that big, but he completely missed it. He was right in the sun and just completely whiffed it. Oh my gosh. Mosquitoes are still out, if anybody was wondering. How did he miss that, dude? That was crazy. He completely whiffed it. I wasn't even going fast. I'm pretty sure I was just dragging it at the moment that he struck on it. What the heck, dude? All right, we now got a hold of our spinnerbait here. Take off our rod sleeve, and let's throw on the spinnerbait. Oh my gosh, why is it bent? Why is it bent like that? All right, well, we bent it back, so that's good. I didn't know if it was gonna bend back, but okay. Got our spinnerbait. We're gonna throw it down the bank. We actually just finished fishing where that big tree is, that first big tree. But we moved away from there, and now we got our spinnerbait here. We're gonna try to make something happen. It might be starting to be that time of year where we're just gonna sling around a lipless crank in that pocket back over there and try to get on a giant. That's what this pond was for us for a while. It was just a pocket of fish on the other side of the pond, and it produced some good fish. All right, you guys, man, talk about an absolute grind this morning. I came out here this morning super confident that we were gonna come out here and just smack an absolute bag of bass. I was so confident. I bought the Rapala tournament scale and was thinking about weighing our top 5 fish just to see what kind of bag we would have caught at this pond, but we have 1 fish to show for it. This is what we've been throwing, man. We've been throwing the Z-Man chatterbait, and if you've watched my videos in the past, man, all you know is that the Z-Man chatterbait gets it absolutely done at this pond. This pond is like the king of Z-Man chatterbait. I love this pond with the chatterbait, and it always gets us at least 5 fish on the first bank. We still have about 20% left of this bank, but we haven't gotten any fish. We got 1 fish, and he wasn't even really anything crazy, and we have a couple bites, but nothing to really show for it. We're gonna keep fishing it a little bit, but also we've been throwing this War Eagle spinnerbait right here. This is also one of my favorite spinnerbaits, the War Eagle spinnerbait. Beautiful spinnerbait, but again, nothing to show for it. So we're gonna lock back in and finish up the rest of this bank, and then head over to our big fish corner and fish it in the deeper spots with the lipless crank and hope to land a giant bass, because my boy Tyser's caught a 5-pounder in that corner. Fingers crossed that we can do the same. We need 1 quality bite today. We just need 1. Let's go get it done. Let's go. All right, man, we're gonna stay true to our chatterbait here. Finish up this bank, and then we're gonna move over to our big fish corner and hope to land an absolute big bass, because man, Tyser's caught some big fish there, and now we're hoping to do the same, because that'd be absolutely sick. I'd love to get on some good fish here, because man, we haven't really got our way this morning, but the day's not over. We still have a lot of daylight left, or we have all day, quite literally all day, to land some big fish. So hopefully we can get on a bite here and figure them out, because we have not done so yet, and there's still plenty of time to do that. So let's figure it out. Let's try to get on some fish here and hopefully get them good quality bites that we really need. Come on, fish. This spot of the bank is normally pretty decent, so maybe we'll be able to get on one here. There we go. There's a fish. That's what we needed right there. There we go. Brought it way too far up the rod tip there. But hey man, we got us a fish. That's what we need. Oh, I slipped my finger. There we go, boys. On the chatterbait in the dome. That's what we wanted to see there. Ooh, chatterbait, Z-Man, that's all we really need here. Man, check out that fish right there. Beautiful largemouth bass here. It's not very big, as you can tell, but man, it's a good fish. We're gonna get him back in the water, man, and keep rocking and rolling. Hopefully this is not the last fish of the day. Let's keep going. Let's catch him. Let's go. All right, man, second fish of the day on the Z-Man chatterbait. Literally pretty dinky, but hey man, we'll take it. We can't be picky about our bites today, man. It's been a struggle. Let's see what you got here, bud. Thank you. Let's go. All right, man, we're gonna keep fishing with the chatterbait. We caught our second fish of the day finally, but we're gonna finish up this bank here. This is all we have left of this little portion of the bank, and then we're gonna move over to that all the way back there in that corner and fish a lipless crank. The Duke 65 is what we're gonna throw, the electric shad, and try to get us on a fish, man, because that spot last year was absolutely crazy with a lipless crank. So we're gonna see if we can't do that again. That was probably like the best lipless crankbait I've ever been on, was in that corner at this pond. So hopefully we can go over there and have something similar like that, and hopefully get on a big fish. Tyser's caught a giant in that corner on a lipless crank, so hopefully we can get lucky enough to get something similar. But we're gonna finish up this bank like I was saying, and then move over to that corner, so stay tuned. The best could be yet to come. There we go. He spit it. He spit it. It was tiny though, so I'm not really mad about it, but not a big fish there, but there's fish in here. That's a good sign. That's a good fish. Oh, it's a big. Oh. That's the best fish of the day. Oh, he's not. What the heck? He hit that like he was big. Wow. Now I feel like a weirdo. Let's get this fish out. I smoked him though. Smoked him with that chatterbait in the domer. Domey McDomerson. Whew. All right, you guys, third fish of the day here on the chatterbait. Another good little fish, nothing too crazy, nothing very big at all. But we're gonna get a good release on him. That fish right before him spit the chatterbait. Kind of curious if this was that same fish. Probably not, but we're gonna get a good release on this fish and get him right back in the water. And we're looking for bigger, so let's go. All right, boys, third fish of the day. We're gonna get him right back in the pond and keep fishing, because man, this is not the size we're looking for, but I still appreciate the bite very much, and he is gone. Let's keep going. All right, man, it looks like the bite's starting to pick up for the Z-Man chatterbait here. That is now our third fish on the chatterbait, and we've got a few bites. As y'all saw there, moments before that, we had a fish eat it and spit it. When I hook set on this fish, I genuinely thought he may have been like a 3-pounder. It felt like I hook set him and he didn't move, but I could have hook set and it just like flipped him, or he turned, or I don't know, it could have been something. It could have been in some grass towards the bottom of the pond. I don't know, it could have been a lot of things, but he felt a lot bigger, that little dink, at first at least. Another one. They're in the corners, boys. Get him up here. Another dink, but we'll get him right off and get him right back in the pond. There we go. Another fish on the Z-Man chatterbait. Little dinky boy. Let's get him back. Appreciate it, brother. Let's keep going. Try to keep catching them. They're in this corner. That's our third bite in this corner. Some more bites we've had all day, just in this corner in the first couple minutes. Oh, he smoked it. Did y'all see that? He was right there and absolutely smoked it. Oh my gosh. And then after that horrible cast. Goodness. Get that backlash shot. Dude, he was right there. That's probably one of the... It wasn't that big, but he was probably like that second or first fish that we caught at this spot. Dang it. There he is. No! You're kidding! That was the best fish of the day. No way. That was like a good, at least 2, maybe pounder. Oh my gosh, no way. No way. He's not eating again. Gosh, dang it. I didn't get a good hook set on him. That's what it was, man. It was a weak hook set. And he just wasn't gonna stick after that. A lot of fry in here. All right, man, the last bait we're gonna throw here until we move it into the final corner is gonna be the spinnerbait here. We're gonna fish this corner a little bit with the spinnerbait, and then we're going to move over into our final corner, final hope here for a big bite. And hope you don't get kicked out, because that's the spot where my buddy got kicked out before. And there's a dude that lives back there that is really like the freaking neighborhood police, apparently. There we go. Spinnerbait bass. Yeet. Let's go. Good fish. Good little guy on the spinnerbait. All right, that's gonna be the final fish at this spot. Fourth fish at this spot, man. We really rallied him up here at this spot here on the War Eagle spinnerbait. Get this guy back in the water here. Nothing crazy, but we're gonna get him right back in the water. Appreciate the bite, brother. See ya. All right, you guys, the plan was to go straight back to that corner over there, but I just saw some fry jump on the way. So we're gonna stop real quick and see if we can't catch this fish that's guarding them. Just trying to catch all the fish we can, man, because the more fish we catch, the better chance we have of catching maybe that big Bertha. There's a fish. That feels like a good one. He's better. There we go. That's the best fish of the day for sure. That's what we need. Dude, mosquitoes are invasively screwing me. All right, here we go. Boom, chattered donk in his face. Wow, it came out very easily. Thank God I had him pinned. Check that out, man. Let's take a look at him on the camera. Best fish of the day. Let's go. All right, you guys, best fish of the day right here on the chatterbait, man. Chatterbait's coming up clutch now. The chatterbait bite is definitely picking up. Best fish of the day here, probably just a good pounder or something like that. Take a look at this fish. Nothing too crazy, but a beautiful looking bass nonetheless. Let's get him back in the water and head over to our big fish corner. Let's go. All right, man, time to set him free. Good little bass. Thank you for the bite. Best fish of the day. As we get closer to the big fish corner, the bigger bites are coming. Appreciate it. Let's go. All right, man, what a jump there, man. We moved about 50 yards down the bank and kept with our same spinnerbait and chatterbait, and we caught 4 fish in this corner to move our total from just 2 to 6 in a matter of about 5 or 10 minutes, man. Just a little move can really do a lot for you, man. I went into this pocket here and was able to land some good fish. Nothing crazy, really a bunch of dinks if you really think about it. But either way, we're gonna move over to our big fish corner now and throw a lipless crank and see if we can't get on some of these giants. We need one quality bite. Come on, let's go. All right, man, we are now here in the big fish corner with our chatterbait. We're gonna fish the edges of the chatterbait in the middle with the Duke 65 lipless crank and see if we can't get on any fish. We gotta be careful and kind of quiet here as well, because this is the same spot Tyser got kicked out of before and they threatened to call the police and all that. So we're gonna try to be as quiet and chill as possible. Unless we land a giant, we're gonna catch a giant, probably freak out and then leave. There we go. All right, well, you can just go back in, bud. that was a dink. It's not what we're looking for in the big fish corner. That's ironic. We say big fish corner, we catch the smallest fish of the day immediately. Well, big fish corner is not getting it done today, man. We've made a lot of casts here and have nothing to show for it besides a dink that hit the land and fell right off. So that is not a good look for us today, man. All right, you guys, we're gonna switch up from the chatterbait to now the Duke 65. We fished the edges pretty well, so now we're gonna move on to the Duke 65 here and see if we can't get on a bass with the lipless crank from 6 cents. Let's see what it can do. All right. Only question I have about this thing is, will I lose it? Because there's a lot of debris and extra things that came in the water due to all the weather, and we might get caught at something at the bottom due to that. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for today's video, man. An absolute grind today down here in the heat of South Texas. It was a pretty interesting day. We woke up super early to come out here and fish the morning bite, which we found out there was no morning bite today at this pond. We caught 0 fish throughout like pretty much the first 30-45 minutes at the very earliest we got here. We ended up catching 2 on a chatterbait on this bank, which was, I mean, it's okay. Normally you can catch 5 or 6 at this bank, but then we did end up hitting up that corner way down there and caught 4 fish. And then we went to the big fish corner, which normally produces a decent amount of fish as well as bigger fish. And today, ironically, we caught the 1 fish and the smallest fish in the entire day. So honestly, not exactly what we were anticipating or hoping for, but either way, nonetheless, we did come out here. We caught 6 fish, and it was a pretty decent day overall though. But either way, man, we'll be back here at some point in the summer. It's gonna be a little while. We're gonna try to hit up a bunch of different ponds, new ponds, and revisit some old ones as well as pond hopping and things like that. But we'll be back here at some point and definitely looking to land some bigger fish, and we'll see how it goes, man. Hopefully we can get on some bigger fish. Might have to throw some glide baits or some big swim baits out here to trigger some of these bigger fish to eat. But man, either way, I greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you please like and subscribe, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and until next time when we catch more bass, peace out.